Well, I mean, yeah, Fiend. I mean, Fiend +1 is a great combo.
Yeah.
Wesley is definitely not a +1. So, anyway, this is not about them, though. This is about Cxti Dawg versus Phazon and Cody Travis. Now, granted, this one is going to be fun to watch. I'm very curious to see how this shapes out. Phazon and Cody Travis do have a slight life lead, though, but nothing that I don't think they can't come back from.
Yeah, definitely mitigatable. Right now, it's all eyes on Dawg as he's taking the brunt of the damage for the red team. Goes for the D-Light Nair, but Phazon with a good dodge sets him up, and here's a team combo, and Sig. Lots of damage put out on the Cxti.
Okay, another little starter here. My question is always for the underdog team, how do you find your KOs? Because it always seems to be where they struggle. They're fine in the neutral game, but then when it's time to close out some of these stocks, they kind of take way too long. And the red team struggling in that position right now. I mean, Dawg already in the orange on their second stock.
Yeah, this is looking pretty brutal right now for Dawg and Cxti. Your light sets up nice Sair from Dawg, gets both blue team members.
Okay. Clean Cider's going to come out. Cody with the sidelight Nair. Recovery's going to follow from Phazon. And a scoop as well. That's the patented neutral signature. Ooh. Pretty much that's property of Cody, and then Phazon just made sure that it was delivered.
Yeah. He's like, I see the name on it. Got to make sure that gets to the right address. And now, oh my goodness. The Nairs, the dares, lots of damage trying to be put out, but Phazon's still sitting on his first stock.
Oh, man. Yeah, this one's not shaping out to be so hot for Cxti Dawg, kind of giving me shades of the last set a la Game 3. And so we'll see if they're able to kind of retaliate here. Cxti throwing out what seems to be a down signature, but so much. Okay, Cody hit Phazon with that one, so that gives them a chance.
Good pick up there for Cxti. Got that end sig, taking down Cody. Technically, it's only a 3-2 difference, right? That one single stock of Phazon gives them the lead.
Okay. Oh, Dawg. Not able to get the edge guard there. Would have been a huge turnaround. Would have been exactly what they needed. Instead, seeing some signatures being thrown out. Hold on. Red team back against the ropes. They need to collapse on Cody somehow. I don't know if they'll be able to.
Good movement from Dawg, getting away from that recovery. Both of them trying to hold on for as long as they can, but the Sairs from Cody, and it's all left to Dawg.
Ooh, and he burns the exhaustive recovery. He doesn't have many options here, just side airs and one dodge. Yeah, easy enough edge guard to close out. And so Phazon and Cody Travis with a pretty commanding win in that game one. I think toward the very end of it, it did start to slow down a little bit for Cxti Dawg as they were trying to find a way back into the match. And maybe if they play a little bit more reserved like that toward the start of game 2, they might have an easier time. But we'll see. The aggression from Cody Travis can be really hard to deal with as well, and Phazon's follow-up are the godlike. So, you know, we'll see.
Man, I think you hit so many nails on the head. Because I 100% agree, Phazon and Cody Travis started that really, really strong. And then Cxti Dawg started to hit the brakes on that one and go, you know what, we can hold out our stocks a little while longer. We not let them get those big extensions. And like you said, I want to see them kind of start out with that a little bit slower pace, kind of drag it out a little bit and force Phazon and Cody Travis to go for those bigger extensions.
Hopefully they can. Hopefully they can. We're going to find out on the Fortress of Lion for game number 2 as Cody Travis and Phazon look to take another game and probably try to push this even one step closer towards the 3-0. But Cxti Dawg are trying to stop that from happening. And first, we need to get some weapons. Dawg has some blasters in hand. I'd love to see some blasters combos, starting with Dawg as the opener. And that's a pretty nice combo. I was thinking like team combos, but I mean, if he gets one for 3 hits, I'm fine with that.
Blasters combo. He's like, okay, I can do that.
Yeah, I labbed that once or twice.
Good start for the red team, but again, that's kind of what happened in the last game, where they started off okay, and then once the stock started flying, it started swinging in favor of the blue team.
Yeah, it's always a question, right? How do they get the stocks? I'm still waiting for it. They look good right now, but can you get a stock? If you can't, it doesn't matter how much damage you're doing. And they're trying.
Okay, there's the recovery. Not quite a stock.
Nice.
There it is, the Sair from Dawg. Sticking with the blasters. Another Sair, and Dawg gets a second.
Now you have what I would call an undeniable lead. You need to capitalize on this moment. Cxti especially, sitting at so little damage, you have to stretch that as far as you possibly can. You cannot be D-lighting your partner, though.
Yeah, that's been twice now that Cxti has D-lighted his teammate, but you know
Not
what?
bad.
Could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, still a decent amount of life to work with on this first stock from Cxti, and they're tagging on extra damage. And so this really now it's like, Dawg, can you also try to maintain your second stock for a while? Because if so, Cxti can really push the advantage.
Well, he's trying to, but Cody Travis's axe is definitely getting some good hits in onto Dawg. Good setup there from Dawg. Got the neutral light. Cxti was in exclamation points, but still manages to get back. Cody with the Sair is going to take down Cuti's first stock.
Okay, wow, enough hits done on that for Phazon to follow up. But Dawg just kind of casually makes it back to the stage. And once again, in a position where they're poised pretty well, have to get the stocks. Ooh. And that's, you know, the trade's not the worst thing there. It's not ideal, but it's not the worst thing.
Yeah. Good setup there, and a good job from Cody Travis getting in and making sure at least it was a trade, because that was initially going to just be Cxti getting that neutral sig onto Phazon.
Glad that you pointed that out, because definitely was a good team play to make sure that the trade was even and not just one. So Cody Travis and Phazon once again proving while they're veterans. But on the other side of things, I mean, Dawg and Cxti, I think, are kind of playing at the pace that they were ending the first game with. They did slow things down a little bit. They are really taking a lot more time picking when to throw out their hitboxes, and they kind of like creep towards you and then try to bait all these options out of you, and then one of them will go for the punish and the other one tries to follow up. But they aren't just throwing out hitboxes willy-nilly.
And it's working really well for them. They've got this lead. Again, eyes on Dawg, though. If Dawg falls, it's going to leave Cxti in a 1v2, and it's going to be a lot harder to do that kind of creep strat.
Okay, and just kind of decides to trade on the damage, but I agree with you here. I'm not very confident about Cuti's ability to 2v1, but if enough damage is brought up, and especially with that, yeah, like now if Cxti has to do the 2v1, I think it is a lot more doable, but that's a great trade because now we have a 2v1 for the red team, and Cxti's cooking. Yeah. Neutral light, neutral light, neutral light. Gauntlet players are in shambles watching this sequence happen over and over again, but
it doesn't KO.
It didn't need it. It
doesn't KO.
I don't know if one more will. Maybe two more.
It might actually not. It doesn't KO.
Yeah, well, yep, two more. Hold on. Cxti. Let's see Cinco. Can you count to 5?
Go again.
Okay, sideline recover. It's like, yeah.
It's like,
there's other ways I can do this.
Something that actually does KO here. Cxti and Dawg get themselves on the board. I really like what happened there, which is they got that initial lead. They had that stock advantage in Cxti, and they basically were like, okay, all trades are good now.
Yes.
And so every time they trade, they're like, all right, that's fine. Every trade is a positive trade, and eventually they end up in that 2v1 situation.
Which is really good for them. I'm happy that they were able to win that one because the entire time I wasn't certain that it was going to happen. I feel like Dawg is really kind of the MVP there in terms of just resilience and keeping that stock, or rather all of those stocks, for as long as they managed to, because even though they didn't have the same amount, they were holding on just long enough, especially with that last stock, to make sure that they had a win condition that was achievable.
Yeah, I mean, we called out, like, if Dawg falls, that's going to be really bad for the red team, and he made sure he didn't. Now we're going into game number 3. Really solid start for the red team again. They've got some good damage put out onto Cody Travis.
Okay, yeah, they're saying, hey, I mean, they're already doing better than the last team that took this exam, having a game on the board, which means they are definitely capable of doing it. Can they get more?
Ooh, but Cxti with the Sair. Good save from Dawg there with the weapon toss, but the down sig takes down Dawg.
Punish from Cxti. Needed to get a trade on that signature there, but wasn't able to line up the hitbox.
Okay, they managed to take down Cody Travis. Slight advantage, not quite the same as the last one. Here comes the team combo, goes in with a recovery.
Okay, and not bad, getting that extra damage where you can. It all matters. All trades are good here because once again, Cxti is doing such a good job of stock tanking, and the blue team struggling more than I'm used to in terms of finding KOs. Wow, that end light was enough. I thought Dawg was maybe going to weapon throw to stop it, but that's okay.
Fortunate for the red team, it wasn't a trade, so that's going to bring this one a little bit closer for the blue team. Ooh, light pickup. He goes for the chase dodge up, expecting Phazon to come in there.
Oh, no follow-up on there. Oh, and the friendly fire. And the thing that like makes this so stressful to watch, okay, yeah, that's why we love Wu Shang. Oh, he didn't touch the floor there, so it should be a ground pound. Oh, doesn't go off stage and get the final blow there. Gets scared off by Phazon. Shout out to Phazon for being able to peel.
Yeah, just kind of being present, making Cxti think about his decision there. Dawg comes in, hits the recovery, not quite enough. Cody getting bounced around, though. Good damage for the red team. They just need to take down Cody Travis.
And I love watching Dawg think, right? Whenever Cody gets a hit with those blasters, you can see Dawg thinking about, at what point in the team combo do I go for the punish? And I didn't know they had that.
Phazon just watched 2 gauntlet combos happen onto him. He was like, sidelight recovery? Okay, get away, sidelight recovery again. Uh-oh.
Like, please.
End of the end, Sig. Cody
trades are
Travis
good
is
trades.
done for.
Oh, I was going to say, if you can follow up with that little time, you're goated, but tries to make it happen. I can't sleep on Cody, though. Cody has been able to do these before. I don't know if it's going to happen this time around. It looks like Dawg and Cxti probably have something rehearsed for the 2v1, but it seems like they struggle a little bit more on just finding more organic 2v1 combos just in the game, but I'm sure they have something for this.
Yeah, if they can get their setup, then they're going to have a full-on combo. But Cody Travis is doing a really good job making sure he's trying to not get caught in the sandwich, but he's just getting pieced up by Dawg.
That's my dog. Dang, yeah, and just goes for the recovery punish on the down air in between the shots of the bullets. Like, talk about nasty. Cxti and Dawg absolutely played that game perfectly, honestly. I was going to say before that part of the reason that watching the set, and this is the double recovery that we were talking about a little bit before, part of what makes the set so tough to watch is that it feels like at any moment Cody Travis and Phazon are just going to do a 2v1 combo that like completely flips the script, and they avoided that situation pretty much entirely in that game.
Yeah, they did a really good job of shutting down Phazon, forcing him to 214 damage. Like, he did not really get to play. That second stock, again, that like multiple recoveries connecting onto Phazon was just Phazon playing defense, and then he gets past one person, and then there's a second one right there in his face. And that's just such a tough spot to be in as we get into game number 4. Cody and Phazon hoping they'll recreate the magic that worked in game 1.
Okay, here we go. This should be fun. I mean, Miami Dome, the music is blaring. Everybody already knows what time it is. It's time to get some parties popping on top of the ramen shop sign. But with that said, Cxti and Dawg have not been touched. Like, it is that drastic. Finally, a neutral light's going to connect, but like the game plan that they found as a response seemed to like break apart Cody Travis and Phazon and breaks up. Speaking of breaking apart, right? The team combination, they are quite literally doing that.
They're doing such a good job playing against this tenured team, getting great interrupts, and then as well as getting those follow-ups to punish.
Oh man, yeah, they are playing so smart right here. And you can see Cody Travis is just jumping right now. He's not throwing out hitboxes. He's waiting for Phazon to get something, and then he'll come in after. But I'm wondering why Cody's playing so reserved. Maybe it's just because he lost his stock first, and he's like, maybe I'm just going to kind of jump around and only get really guaranteed things. Like, look at the amount of hitboxes that Cody's throwing out, because people are swinging at each other, but Cody is doing it like once every 25 seconds.
Yeah, he is very reserved, which is so odd for someone of Cody Travis's caliber, but I guess just that initial stock loss really kind of shook him. And now hoping to finally finish a stock off one of these red team members, but no, it's Cxti with the recovery. Both blue team members on their second stock.
Yeah, and I think what's going on here, I mean, Cody is really like, yeah, Cody is not throwing out hitboxes. only when he knows. Only when he knows, because realistically, if you're trying to make these stocks last as long as possible, it feels like they're getting, I don't want to say iced out by the red team, but more so the red team, rather than trying to hit them, they're trying to punish them for hitting them, is the way that they're kind of playing the matchup. And so Cody really has to pick when to throw out his hitboxes now, because he might be taking more damage on the receiving end for hitting somebody.
Dude, I gotta call out, that was twice now that Cxti has just come in, saved Dawg. Like, those team combos were getting set up from Cody and Phazon, and Cxti just comes in, smacks him. He got a recovery, got a side air, made sure the Dawg's not getting stuck inside that.
Oh. And Cxti is playing out of their mind. The way that Dawg and Cxti are playing off of each other is something we haven't seen. The neutral signature comes out from Cxti and almost gets the D-Light as well. Might try to flirt with the pogo. No, we're just going to wait. And you know what? That's a perfectly fine option because you're in the lead. You don't have to go out there and give an opportunity for a reversal.
Yeah, don't got to risk anything when you got such a lead. Downlight, side air, Cody Travis coming back. You saw Cxti Dawg try to position for the team combo, and there you see it, that thing you were talking about, where Phazon gets some damage, but immediately gets slapped for it.
And then get slapped, like the chains are happening, you know? It's like they're really playing off of one interaction rather than having several different interactions occurring on the screen at one time. It's like, okay, what happened there? I'm gonna play off of that, somebody else plays off of that, and somebody else plays off of that. It's bizarre, but it makes sense.
Looking good. Cody comes down, hits a down air on
nice interrupt.
Again. Oh, he jumps into it. Okay. Not gonna get KO'd though.
But at this point, Phazon and Cody Travis have all but lost at this point. They really have to do something wild to bring this one back because both members of the red team have 2 stocks. That's how well they're playing this lead. Their game plan is solid, and that's a beautiful conversion, a double KO, and Cxti and Dawg prove that the test can indeed be completed and passed with an A as they send down veterans in Brawlhalla history to the losers bracket.
That was such impressive coverage from
Welcome to
Cxti
top
and
8.
Dawg. That final moment here, I want to see it slow-mo because Cxti Dawg, they cover high and low.
Perfect
There's
pass,
nowhere
and then
to go.
boom.